Please don't make me talk about The Little Mermaid. Please, oh, please don't make me talk about The Little Mermaid. Fine, I'll talk about The Little Mermaid, but I'm only going to do it for one reason, and one reason only. Because we already did this 3 years ago, and this is an example of the media playing games. Sure, The Little Mermaid does look a little different this time around. You might not recognize Ariel, with a different actress taking over in this live action version. But is there really just this overwhelming racist reaction to people who just can't stand to see somebody else represented on the big screen? I don't think so. And I'm going to try to prove that to you. I'm going to show you a game the media plays I like to call All X's 1-0. All right? I'll show you that in a moment. But first, here's a little bit of what I'm talking about. You see here from the Daily Beast, a major online publication. Lots and lots of people would have seen this from Allegra Frank, whoever she is, I guess the deputy entertainment editor. And she goes with the title, "The Racist Backlash to Halle Bailey's The Little Mermaid is Out of Control." Just flat out of control. And you would have guessed that in this article that there would be some great examples of how there was a backlash, how the backlash would be due to racism, and how I guess it would be out of control. So here's some of the evidence that is shown in this piece in the Daily Beast. Bothers me how this doesn't look underwater at all.
Wish I could
I have to say, it doesn't look like the greatest special effects underwater. The Little Mermaid 2023 underwater shots versus Avatar The Way of Water 2022, a comparison there. The Aquaman movie was garbage, but at least they managed to make it look like they were underwater, this person says. If Aquaman can make it look good, so can they stop defending this. Here's a good one. The discourse around this movie is terrible because the actress is fine, but she becomes the focus of any and all criticism. Even relevant criticisms like the lighting in the background are turned into, well, you just hate the actress. No, I'd actually like to see her in better lighting. And on we go. And this is about somebody who's going to see the movie to support black princesses. Y'all mad at this tweet, but they're right. It's the grayest, dullest looking ocean. And then we get to the end. That's it. This is the end of the article right here. You can see. And that's the evidence laid out for an incredibly spicy headline of the racist backlash to Halle Bailey's The Little Mermaid is out of control. I don't see any of that presented here. Yet there's story after story about how there's some racist backlash to this. Here's an example. My Ariel is black and she's swimming in white tears. Well, at least they went full force with it. I got to give them credit for that. And there's tons of these out there. And then I'll see something like this from the last time this outrage story made the rounds. And this just goes on and tells the actual story of The Little Mermaid from this guy's perspective. There's absolutely nothing in here laying out any case for anything. And this is the only thing I could find. This is from American Mario 1 on Twitter, the famed tweeter. He says, it's not racist talking about who looks more like Ariel. Now tell me, who of these two look more like the actual character from the cartoon, especially a design that hasn't changed in 30 years? This person, mind you, after all the attention they've gotten in multiple news articles today, they're following 3 people and they have 24 followers. All of their tweets are a tweet storm about this attention they've gotten in the last couple of days. To All X's 1-0, what the media is doing to manipulate this in just a second. If you go onto YouTube and you look for hashtag not my Ariel, you will find 229 videos. Most of them seem to be in support of the movie or have no information, just like I showed you. This is the one from Now This that had no information about why this might be some sort of backlash. A lot of them, you might notice, if you look over here, are from content creators that are black themselves. So it's an interesting way that things are rolling out. Man, there may be some people in here critiquing the movie itself, but there's certainly not some huge backlash going on. You'll see this guy right here. His name is Black Conservative Perspective. He's one of the people who's chiming in on this. This is Nicole Carlton. She also on YouTube has made videos about this, along with Long Beach Griffey and Randall's Diversion, and lots of other people who look a lot like the character that is playing Ariel. This is not like it's coming from a racist perspective for them. In fact, I even went in to try to find out where this was all coming from. There's just more pushback than anything else. If you're upset that a fictional mermaid is being played by a black woman, you might be racist. Hashtag Little Mermaid, hashtag Disney. And if you go on Not My Little Mermaid as a keyword search in Twitter, it's all people who are supporting this movie in this kind of representation. So that brings me to what I was calling all X's 1-0. If you look at this, I spent some time doing this, okay? I had to do each of these X's because I don't know any other way. This is a trick that the media often does called all X's 1-0. The entirety of the internet, the world, the media landscape, common culture, social media, all these, there are individual people, platforms, all posting what is basically one opinion. One opinion in this case being, oh, this is interesting, some representation for people of color in the new Little Mermaid. Let's see how this does. And then on the other side, you have 1-0, right? All X's 1-0. Who gets more attention out of these two groups? Who gets more media coverage? Is there an article from the Daily Beast about all of those X's? Or is it the 1-0 that gets all the attention? The loud, squeaky wheel. And in this case, honestly, it's hard to find the 1-0. You have everybody in agreement about everything, yet the media gins up articles based on this one person right here who's doing it just to get some attention most of the time. If you let the trolls have the heckler's veto, what kind of media outlet are you? What kind of journalists are you? And if you're going to make these big claims, I would think you'd be able to back those up in the body of your work. If you're going to spend time on this, spend time on it for more than just clicks and to create a broader conversation. But they didn't deliver on this headline. It doesn't seem that there's any real pushback here. It's all X's 1-0. And does that really deserve all this attention? Why don't we let the movie stand on its own merits? And honestly, it looks all right. I mean, I can't see what they're talking about where she doesn't quite look like she's underwater. But they fixed Sonic before it came out, so what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Facebook.com/thenewsjunkie. Hit that follow button. YouTube.com/thenewsjunkie. Hit subscribe. Thanks as always for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.